Welcome to Open for Business, the Gallatin Valley's only local business and consumer talk show featuring Tom Eaglehoff, the Man Entrepreneur magazine radio called the leading authority in the United States for doing business in small town. Here he is, speaker, author, small business consultant, and Mrs. Eaglehoff's favorite son, Tom Eaglehoff.
All right, welcome everyone. Open for Business. We air every Saturday live from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Mountain Time on AM 1450 KMMS in Bozeman, 1340 KPRK in Livingston, Montana. If you'd like to be a part of the big broadcast, go to kmmsam.com and click Listen Live. The call-in number during the show, 406-522-TALK, 406-522-8255. I'm here, you're here. Let's get the show on the road.
Let's get back to Open for Business on News Radio AM 1450 KMMS Bozeman. Lines are open at 522-TALK. That's 522-8255. Here he is. He's big, he's bad, and he's open for business. Tom Eaglehoff.
All right, thank you, Dan. Welcome back, everyone. 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's Saturday, September 9th, 2017. 77 degrees outside. I want to welcome you to the podcast portion of Open for Business. Each week I share some tips and tricks I've learned over the years about advertising, marketing, and promotion and building strong, successful businesses. And if you missed any of my previous podcasts, you'll find them all on my YouTube channel. And while you're here, why not subscribe to my YouTube channel? You'll never miss another weekly podcast. And you'll also find a link to my podcast on my website that 3,000 people visit each and every day at smalltownmarketing.com. That's smalltownmarketing.com. In today's topic, I want to talk to you about how to develop your unseen sales force. Now, a couple of years ago, I had the privilege of presenting some small business seminars in 4 small cities in northern Nevada. And one of the interesting topics that always comes up on these trips is how do you improve the bottom line and increase sales? So as you might expect, we talked about selling techniques, sales incentives, and closing the sale. But the last thing I talked about was the fact that each and every employee you have is an unseen salesperson for your company. Everyone from the bookkeeper to the janitor is a potential salesperson. Now you might think that since these people rarely, if ever, come in direct contact with a customer, that they just don't fit the strict definition of a salesperson, and you'd be right. But consider the following. Years ago, someone did a study that revealed the average number of people who attend weddings and funerals is 250 people. That's the sphere of influence we all have. Each person who works for your company has a spouse or significant other, casual acquaintances, friends, relatives, coworkers, etc. These employees are working in your business approximately 40 hours or less per week, and if they work 8 hours and sleep 8 hours, then they're with the general public 88 hours each week, twice as long as the time they spend inside your 4 walls. So as a business owner, you need to ask a very important question. How are my employees talking about my business outside of work? If you have an unhappy employee, will that employee talk to their spouse? Of course they will. Will the spouse talk to others about this unhappy situation? Well, in many cases, yes, they will. When that happens, the negative word of mouth about your company is on its way. And whatever story is being told will certainly be embellished along the way. And the worst part is you may never know it's happening. Customers are getting the word that you don't treat your employees well and might not be a good company to do business with. Which do you think will be more powerful, your advertising or negative word of mouth from a company insider? So what's the solution to this problem? Aren't we always going to have someone that's unhappy? Well, the answer is yes, you probably are. We can't please everyone. But there are some things you can do that can improve the situation and reverse the negative before it starts. Now, the first area you need to address is how you, as a business owner, deal with your employees. You may have a whole gamut of age ranges within your company, everything from Generation X to the geriatric generation. And how you relate to one may be entirely different from another. So I'm not asking you to become a psychology expert, but there are some simple ways of learning how each employee is motivated. One technique I suggest is asking employees to list their goals in life and publicly post these. For younger employees, it might be getting a down payment for their first home. For older employees, it might be planning for retirement or that special vacation or anniversary. If the employer knows what motivates each person, then the work incentives can be designed to help each employee reach their personal goals, and at the same time, the company goals are also met. The other positive is that each person can go all out at work because they're working for themselves now and their dreams, and not just for the companies. This produces a more positive work environment for all employees. Your employees will take pride in their work, and production increases. They now own their job. The next technique is to make it easy for employees to complain. If they feel they've been wrongly treated in some way, they need to communicate their unhappiness to you. In many cases, it might be nothing more than a misunderstanding. But it's a very bad situation if the employee talks to everyone except the boss. One of the best ways to get a new employee on board is with the 60-day new employee interview sheet. You can look this up online. I'll leave a link to that interview in the description below the podcast on YouTube. This questionnaire will show you if the employee is getting off on the right foot. And last but not least, the Employee of the Month. I'm not a big fan of Employee of the Month because you have one winner and the other 99% of your workforce are losers. It's also largely a popularity contest. Few people actually see an employee go the extra mile. It's a recipe for unappreciation to the 20% doing the majority of the work. I'd rather see every employee publicly recognized at least once over a 6-month period for something they did well in their daily activities, no matter how trivial the task. We all like to be appreciated for our efforts, and each person's efforts, no matter how small, make the company successful. In the future, think of everyone who works for you as a salesperson because they are. As a business owner, you should have a stack of resumes from people who can't wait to work for you rather than speed bumps at the back door to slow employees down from leaving at quitting time. Every great employee talking outside your four walls about what a great company, great products, great service, great people, and how much they enjoy working there. Employees stay where they're appreciated and acknowledged for their hard work. Improve the workplace and watch your bottom line improve. It's not exactly rocket surgery. And that's the podcast. If you missed any of my previous podcasts, you'll find them all on my YouTube channel. And while you're here, why not subscribe to my YouTube channel? And you'll also find a link to all my podcasts on my website that 3,000 people visit each day at smalltownmarketing.com. That's smalltownmarketing.com. So tune in each Saturday and let's build successful businesses together.